I knew even before I came down here that my parents had a lot of stuff in the house. I knew that the house had not been taken care of because they were older. And so I knew this was going to be a huge task ahead of me. I spoke to my friend Will from Worthpoint, just off the cuff, and I told him what was going on. And he just, without even batting an eye, said to me, I'm going to come and help you. You need somebody to guide you. It's just going to be way too overwhelming because it's happening to you. William Seipel, he's the CEO of Worthpoint, which is on the internet, www.worthpoint.com. They are the largest company for indexing all auctions. Some of them, the most I think, are from eBay. You could see recognized prices from the last, I don't know, 10 to 15 years. I knew coming in that my parents had some valuables. First of all, you're in a very fragile state. You've lost a parent, or, even putting them in a home, it is the same as a loss, in a sense. And having somebody turn around and say, okay, this is what we're going to do, very organized, very thoughtful, road mapped out exactly how we're going to do it. This is what your tasks are. This is what our responsibilities are, is super important. Because quite frankly, I wasn't thinking about any of that coming down because I'm very grief-stricken. I'm sad. Having to go through my parents' belongings is, just something I never envisioned I'd have to do. And so I don't think anybody is going to be able to do this themselves and clearly think out what needs to be done. From the moment I spoke to Will, he gave me a roadmap to exactly what we were going to do. And he gave me very simple tasks for me to do, to keep me busy while he was doing the more important tasks. So I can't imagine anybody not reaching out to Worthpoint and asking them for help. Really what was going through my mind most of all was we had a lack of days on our side. We're talking about 5 days to get all of this done. And not only that, but Will help me with the realtors. I don't know any company that has supreme customer service like this. This is a person who owns the company, who comes down, helps me, and he would do this even if we were not friends. He would do this for any client he has. He truly cares. It's almost like, having a relative with me. So all that was going through my mind was, I just don't know how Will thinks we're going to get it all done. And yet, you see the house is empty. He got it done. Some people were interested in, a certain sort of thing like the tools or, perhaps the glassware or the collectible cars or the bedroom sets. It wasn't like somebody who came across and said, oh, I want to buy the whole contents, except for like the last 2 days before we were going to go to market. We actually got a couple of people who said, oh, I want to come by and I want to buy the whole contents of the house. And here's what happened. We had 2 people claiming they were driving here that never showed up, and we wasted a lot of time, invaluable time. And what I would say to anybody in the future is, if somebody tells you they're driving, don't stop what you're doing, okay? Don't take them for their word. 9 out of 10 times they're not coming here. And although I would wish that somebody would just call, it's no problem, tell me you're not interested, nobody did that. They left us hanging. So we were trying to do the right thing and wait for people, and we lost a lot of ground doing that. So I would say just keep on loading your truck, doing what you need to do. You tell the person that's coming in, hey, I'm still going to keep doing what I'm doing, but you most certainly are welcome to come as I'm doing it. Don't stop your mojo, basically. We were talking about packing everything up and going to market. And as we were looking at stuff, and we had the movers, and they were putting everything on the U-Haul truck, we were saying, wow, this is a lot of stuff, and we still had a lot of ways to go. And I remembered an email we had got from Craigslist a couple of days before, and I called the guy, and I said to him, hey, are you still interested? He said, absolutely. He said, I will be there tomorrow. He said, this is what I do. He said, I am going to buy everything No worries, we'll negotiate some sort of fair price. He said, it's going to take me about 2 hours. He didn't lie. We kept going. I told him, this time learning from my experience of the gentleman with the cars, Will said to me, let's just keep going. We kept on packing the truck. We kept on labeling all our items. The guy came in. Half the truck was packed. He knew it. We had taken pictures so that he could see before we had packed stuff what stuff looked like. So remember that, guys. You need to take pictures. Keep your mojo going. Get it on the truck or wherever you're going to sell it. But take pictures so that, you know, if somebody, like we got lucky, somebody comes in to buy the estate, you could show them what they're buying. And that was it. We made a deal with him. He came today and with his team, and they took the stuff away. I think for what the gentleman took out, it was well worth the price. And, you know, you have to factor in the headache. You have to factor in the aches and pains of being older, you know, tired. You know, it's just much easier. Sometimes peace of mind is easier. Remember that. The only thing I'm going to tell anybody out there is you cannot do this alone. If you think you can, you're kidding yourself. It's too emotional. It's too messy. You know, you're going to find things that you never thought you were going to find, and you're not going to know what to do with them. And perhaps you might give things away that are very valuable, because there are people that come out of the woodwork that are going to want those things, and they're going to lie to you. You need a third party to be able to guide you. I encourage anybody to make sure that when they're in this situation, they reach out to a company like Worthpoint to help them.